Hello everyone, my name is Elyas and I'm a student at the Department of English Language and Literature at the University of Bahrain. Welcome to our Advanced Grammar series. In this video, I will be explaining a lesson about the connectors. In the beginning, I will define for you what are the connectors. The connectors are words such as consequently, however, so, and phrases like in addition, in fact, for example, which are used to link clauses and sentences. After knowing what are the connectors, now we will know what types of connectors we have. Firstly, there is adding. Secondly, contrasting. Thirdly, result. Fourthly, time. And I'm going to explain to you in this video about each of them. We'll begin with adding connectors. We use adding connectors when we try to add information to our sentences. And now these are examples of the connectors, like also, as well, in addition, furthermore, in other words, for instance. In the next slide, we'll explain how we use them with examples. Now I will provide you examples of the connectors and sentences. In the first sentence, we have also. Gilardino plays football, also he runs a restaurant. We use also to show that we are adding information, and also can be used in front or mid position, but not usually in end position. In second sentences, we have as well. He speaks Arabic as well. As well is a similar connector to also, but it can only be used in end position. In third sentence, we have an addition. Nicola writes short stories. In addition, she writes articles for a newspaper. In addition is a formal situation connector. And formal situation connectors are usually in front position to show that we are adding to ideas presented earlier. Fourthly, in other words, the project dealt with traveling in Spain. In other words, it discussed transportation, currency, and language. We can use in other words in front position when we want to show that information is being stated in another way. Fifth, women are generally live longer than men. For instance, in the United States, life expectancy for women is 75, while it is 73 for men. For instance, it can be used in front, mid, and end position. It is when we want to show that we are adding more specific information. Now, shifting to contrasting connectors. Contrasting connectors are, however, instead, nevertheless, yet, on the other hand, and we will explain how we can use them in sentences. And now, the connectors and sentences. In the first example, we can find however. Ivan worked hard. However, Alan hardly did any work at all. Second sentence, we can find instead. He was supposed to stay and study. Instead, he went off to play basketball. We use both of them when we want to show that we are creating a contrast and introducing information which is unexpected or contradictory. We usually put them in front position, but they can also be in mid and in end position. Moving on to result connectors. Result connectors are so, therefore, as a result, consequently, hence, thus. And now let's find them in examples. He passed his exams. Therefore, he had some good news to tell his parents. Therefore is a connector, and therefore is usually used to emphasize a logical or necessary result, and therefore also can be used in front position, and it is formal than so. Second sentence. He lacks self-confidence. As a result, he is unlikely to be successful. As a result is a formal situation connector, usually in front position, and it is used to show that something is a direct result of earlier events. And now let's head towards the end. Time connectors. Time connectors are then, afterwards, meanwhile, in a meantime, later. Let's find these connectors in the examples. The plane had landed, then it started to rain. We use then as a connector. We usually have it in front position to show that one action or situation is later than another. Secondly, I read the morning papers for a while. Afterwards, I took a shower. We used afterwards as a connector. We use it usually in front or end position. And the reason using it here is when we are talking about the time relationship between one sentence and another. Thirdly, they will be here soon. Meanwhile, let's have a coffee. We used meanwhile as a connector to show that the two things are happening during the same period of time. We can also use meanwhile to talk about something happening between 2 points in time. We usually put meanwhile in front position. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video beneficial to your information.